Right, welcome to Mountain Men Axes, and let's see. Okay. Okay, there we go. All right, welcome in, guys. Okay, there we go. We are going to hang a Gransfers Bruk 4-pound Dayton on a hardware store link handle today. All right, I'm going to keep it right there for now. In case any of you guys message, we're going to start off with a spoke shave. Just trying to get this thing set. All right. I don't know if there's much better than on a Saturday night hanging a Swedish hand-forged, well, it's drop forged, but hand-forged Swedish Dayton pattern. So I've actually already fit this head on here a few times, not a bunch, but a few. So when this is done, it's going to look pretty good. All right, so we've hit a stopping point. We can see where it's at. We're just going to clamp our head in the vise, make sure our handle isn't caught in the vise, and then just grab a drift and hammer. Pop that out. You can see the areas we need to remove wood. So you can see where the compression from the axe head was, and you can see the areas we need to remove. So we need to remove wood there and there. But it's even. That's what we're looking for. It's even all the way around. So I'm happy with that. What's up, Alpota? What's up, Verma? How y'all doing, man? D lit. Well, we're gonna hang this head real quick, man. All right. So we're careful. You can hear that. I can feel it. It's starting to chatter, right? I don't want that. So I'm gonna try to put a little more pressure in the back area. I don't want to take too much, but I want to take enough to where I'm biting in. If it's chattering across the top, then I know my spoke shave isn't biting. Flip it. Pop that out. And let's get it to bite. There's a bunch of different ways you can do this. You can do it with a spoke shave, you can do it with a draw knife, you can do it with I've done it with a pocket knife, so there's really no wrong way to hang the head of your axe. At the end of the day, the end result is the same. You want the axe seated at the top of the shoulder and a good fit. So here we are. We're just going to get it started and then go. All right, check it out. That's a Gransfers Bruk, made in Sweden. This head was probably produced, I'd say, 1950, 1960. So you can see we're almost on there. But you can also see you got a gap there. We're tight on our sides. Let's give it a little bit of a. It's just bouncing right off. So we know that we're set. We're going to go ahead and pop it out and keep removing wood. You're always better off to remove more wood than to try to hammer it on. It's going on straight. We just need to take more wood. There's another way you can do it too with a rasp. I'll show you. So you get your Shinto rasp. You can order them on Amazon, on eBay, just about anywhere. All right. Do the same to this side. I want to take it from here, the top of the shoulder, where I want my axe to sit. I want my axe head to sit here, not here. So I'm not going to just remove little bits from right here. I want to remove long pieces from where the axe head final destination is. So now I'll still hit it with the Shinto rasp. By the way, we're live from Northeast Tennessee, so nice to see all 6 of you in here. Juji and Addie, what up? How are y'all doing today? All right, now it's hammer time. All right, we'll put the phone there, that way we can see it. Is it going on straight? Like that's a big question. So you want to make sure that it's going on in line. Wing stop, nope, wrong, exactly. I tried to tell him he wouldn't listen. The guy didn't listen to anybody. So I'm gonna let Wingstop take over and talk you through the simple yet fun process of hanging an axe head. Hit it, bro. Nothing. Alright. So we'll go back. We're gonna check it. We can see the beautiful thing about the rasp is that you can actually see where you're at and where you're not at. I know, bro. That's alright. I have thick skin, man. Like, I enjoy it too. I like to joke around. Like, bro, people really trip on the internet. Like, you get on there and you're like, nope, wrong. They'll go crazy and go on a big tangent about it. Not me, man. I like to have fun. If you can't make fun of yourself, then don't go live on YouTube. Let's just do that. But where I rasped it, you can see the wood's rough right here, and you can actually see the start and stop of the axe. So let me get a little bit closer, and you can see right here where it stopped and where it started. So let's get back on there and see if we can get this done pretty quick. See if we can set a record on how fast we can hang an axe head. So that actually looks decent. So with those parameters. This side needs it worse. You gotta be careful. You don't want to rip giant chunks out. And this is a Link's hardware store handle. So I got this from like a big box store, let's say Lowe's, you know? I didn't get it from Lowe's, but it's similar to that. And it's just not the best grade hickory, so you really gotta watch it. Alright, let me flip it, hit the other side. We'll smooth it out and then we'll try it again. I like to hit it with like 80 grit sandpaper just to smooth it out a little bit. You don't have to do that, but I do like to do it. I think it helps. If you're in here right now, subscribe, like, please. I'm trying to get to 500 subscribers before Christmas. That would like blow my daughter away, so that would make her happy. There's my shop cat that I adopted. So, all right, let's see what we got. All right, we're getting there. We're getting flush. All right, so just so y'all can see, this is a Gransfers Bruk. Let's see. There we go. All right. We are hung almost plumb and almost flush right now. So we want to go on to here. We want to drop and get rid of that gap. That gap that you see up the back right there, I want to get rid of it. So that's got to go. How are we going to do that? Well, there's a few ways. I can see where it's grabbing. So let me show you. We'll use this chisel. So right there, it's catching. I'm going to take more wood right there. So I'm going to make a little mark and then just take more wood in that area. There's a friggin' pencil right here. Okay. That's even better. So there's where it's catching, and it's pushing and leaving a gap right here. So once I start taking wood here, it's going to allow this to move forward, and that's what we want. So it's in there pretty good. Anybody got any recommendations? There we go. Hey! All right. Man, that thing was jammed on there. Right where I said, though, like right in that pencil mark. Wow, that makes sense. Like, leave it to YouTube to say something like that. So, but let me see if I can make you a mod. I think I just made you a mod. I don't know, maybe. Yeah, you are now a standard moderator for the channel. All right, cool. Mod it out, bro. Wingstop, you're the first person that's ever been a mod on this channel. That's it's a pretty big accomplishment. There's been several seekers of the moderation tag here, but that power comes with great responsibility. The reason that it's dug in right there, the density of that wood, there's a knot, and so it's not letting it like curl like it normally would other spots. There's legitimately a knot right there, so it's not going to let it do it. No pun intended. You can see where it's digging in the front, but in order to set it forward, set the whole axe head forward, I need to lighten all this. I'm going to tell you something it's legitimately difficult whenever you've got an axe head that's dead set on going a certain way or a certain direction. Like if it's a true temper and it has the ridges, if you don't take a gouge and gouge the way you want it to go down, those ridges, once they get started, they're a nightmare to try to reshift them into a different position or make them go a different way. I hope everybody's having a good Saturday night. Man, there was a time in my life when this was the last thing that I thought I would have been doing on a Saturday night, but boy, am I glad that it is, you know? Like, things could have been so much different. In a bad way, obviously. All right, let's see if we can make it this time when we put it on there. Let's see if we can get the head to sink down low enough to where we've got a little bit of wood sticking up proud. There is a little trick that I could do, but all right, I'm gonna do it. I don't like to do it unless there's a reason for it. You can put a little bit of linseed oil on there. It doesn't have to be boiled, just regular raw linseed oil. And if you're having a hard time getting the head on and off, in which that last time I had a hard time getting it off, you can do that and that'll help. All right, let's see. I mean, I'd say that made the difference. Axe handle, yep. Thank God, that's right, man. All we have every day, yep. Absolutely. Keith, that's a fact, brother. No matter what, I stay thankful for what I have. Even I try to be grateful for everything, even the small things, the things that people take for granted. Like in the morning, I'll thank God that my car starts, that, you know, I'm like, you know, I pray before I leave to go to work. And if I can, I try to pray with my family together. And I'm thankful for the home that we have, the job that I have, the car that I have, and the axes that I have. I'm thankful for everything to the most minute detail. So you guys, like, I'm thankful to have viewers on YouTube right now. This is insane. The fact that I've got people, you know, viewing in to watch me hang an axe. Like, yes, I'm particularly good at this, and it took me time to learn this craft, but I'm just so appreciative of all you guys. So thank you, and God bless every single one of you. So yeah, look, check it out. This is a 36-inch handle, so it's friggin' huge, and it's a 4-inch axe head, so it's a 4-pound axe head. So it's a big axe head with a big long handle, and you see the way it's sitting down like that? That's what I want. You want your axe, this part, this portion, the middle bit, to touch when it's sitting like this. And that's what we have. So that's the perfect set. So you guys check that out. That is the Gransfers Bruk, made in Sweden. We can drive a wedge in at this point, but I'd like to get it a little bit more forward. So a little bit further down. We'll fit it one more time, and then we'll put a wedge in it. Once it's above like this, take a flat block so I don't hit the axe head, especially being that that steel is over 50, 60 years old. Yeah, we still got a little bit left to go. There's the handle. Alright, so because I put the linseed oil on it, you can't really see as well the transition from where the head sits and where it doesn't sit, but it's sitting right there. Right here you can't see it as well, but we need to take more of this material right here away. So let's do one more iteration of material removal, and then what we'll do is we'll fit the eye for a wedge. Not a lot to remove here. Just kind of cleanup work, really. I could go further, but I really like the way that the axe head's sitting with the toe down in the down position. Yeah, I attribute a lot, pretty much everything I have, to the Lord. I had a rough story. I had a rough growing up, a rough beginnings. You know, my parents did not get along, and that's to be nice about it. We ran away from one of my other parents when I was in 3rd grade. We took off. One day I'll share my testimony on here, but it's a long testimony, and it's brutal. Like it was rough, but that's the testimony of it. Like, here I am today, so very, very thankful. We've removed some material. I'm gonna check this right here, this axe head. I'm gonna check it and see which wedge, and I'm gonna shape the wedge to fit inside here. So now we can take the handle out. We can put the axe head back in the vise and fit a handle to it. All right, let's check our wedges. So, what wedge am I going to use? All right, let's go with a regular poplar wedge. So, all right. So right now, what I want to do is I want to fit it. Put the poplar wedge up there, take a knife, and I'm going to score the mark that needs to be cut. So once that's done, with poplar, it's a soft wood. I'll mark it with a pencil. Get a straight edge, probably use this file, be fine. Mark it, and then we will cut it. I mean, you can cut it, or you can even take a, I've seen Brandon on Whiskey River take a rasp to it. So, I mean, that's one of the options as well. Me personally, I like to take a knife and score the bottom part all the way up. That way, if it breaks off during cutting, during the time that I'm cutting it, it hopefully will break off where I want it to. Okay. So now, I will teach you how to grow a beard, Joey. Listen, Joey and the clones, the biggest thing about growing a beard, and I'm going to tell you right now, this is the God's honest truth. My father can't grow a beard. My mother can't grow a beard. The biggest thing about growing a beard is shaving. Like, the whole bull crap about, oh, it's an axe myth, or it's a myth that you have to shave to grow a beard. No, it's not. That's not a myth at all. You can watch your hair follicles growing thicker and stronger. If that's a myth, ask any female that you know if shaving makes their hair thicker. That's just one simple thing that you can do. Ask any female if shaving makes their hair thicker. And I guarantee you, I bet my friggin' collection that they say yes. And the reason is because from the time they started shaving as kids to whenever they grew up, whatever, that hair gets thicker and thicker and thicker. So this is a Japanese pull saw. There's a certain way you have to do it. So you pull to get it started. If I can get it started. That's the beautiful thing about poplar wedges is that they're soft wood. Now we can take the rasp to it. All right, now I want this to fit inside here. Close, but not yet. So I've got a belt sander right here that I'm going to sand this with. All I'm doing is rolling the edges. This is for the back of the axe, and this is for the front. So dude, no kidding. Your inner Japanese. I think I'm turning Japanese. I think I'm turning Japanese. I really think so. Oh. All right. So I could hammer this in. I mean, it's tight, but I could probably hammer it in. I'm still probably going to sand it just a little bit more. I don't want it to, I mean, it's going to crack. The wedge is going to crack regardless, but I don't want it to crack so much so that it's ugly. I mean, let's be honest. This is an axe that I'm going to be using for function, so, I mean, if it's ugly, it really doesn't matter other than to me, so. All right, so final fit, we're going to check, make sure that the wedge fits inside the axe eye before we hammer it in. Yes, it does. Can it go further? Yes, I can hammer it. All right, now I am going to lube it up. So I'm going to take a little linseed oil, put there. This will never, ever, once you get this axe eye on there, see linseed oil again. So why not do it now? You can try to trickle it in from the top and from the bottom, but it's not going to get nearly this amount that you're getting right now. So just take 4 fingers and just rub it in. Get it on there real good. Now I've got a better chance of this axe head going on further now that that's slick than I did before. So, all right, let's see what happens. All right, we got it started. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now I'm going to hammer it once or twice. 1. And you can hear it's got nothing else to give. It's sank. Now let's sink our wedge. All right, let's put a little BLO on this. You can't really, I mean, if it was a hardwood, if it was walnut or purple heartwood, you could do too much and it could slide out, but baby oil on it like Diddy. Get it like Diddy. Bro, how many vices do I have? The iPad that you're watching that from is in a vice. So if that's any indication. So like there's 1 vice, 2 vice, 3 vice. I've got a lot of vices. Not to mention that I also have had and have a lot of vices as well in my personal life. So I've got many vices in many different, definitions of the word. All right, who wants wood glue? Who wants wood glue? Who doesn't want wood glue? Get in the chat. Wood glue, no wood glue. You tell me. Wood glue, no wood glue. Are we putting tight bond on it or are we not? No? There's one vote for no. No glue? All right. We're gonna go glueless, bro. I mean, it's got BLO on it, so it's gonna lube it up anyway. But all right, no glue. Let's see which side's which. So the back of the axe eye, I always shape like a D because it's not a circle. People that shape their wedges and completely round both sides, you end up with a gap on the back because the back doesn't look like a C. It looks like a C, I'm sorry. So instead of looking like a complete round, the front you can shape really well, but the back you just want to shape like a C. So all right, she started. She's already tight. That's not good. When your wedge is tight and you just got started, that tells you that you've got a tight fit. That you have a tight fit to begin with, but we're gonna hammer it home. Oh no! So from the looks of it, you would believe things have gone awry. But we're going to find out, all right? So let's see. Hang out, let me cut this off, and let's see what we end up with. Now, we're going to get out our inner Japanese. All right, give me a minute. All right, first of all, we'll take a look. It looks good. There's nothing crazy. Even though the wedges break, and they do break, and it looks, insane, and you freak out, and you're like, no, the haft, it's fine. As long as you get a good tight compression inside there, that's really what you want. I do that, I'll hit that, and then around the edges, I actually have I use my beard brush. For around the edges. And I round the hickory here. And here. All right, that should tell you how tight this thing is when you see the fibers of the axe right here split. Right, so I'm trying to get a good view. You can see it's mushroomed out. It's so hard. All right, there we go. All right, now for the money shot. That looks pretty. See that Gransfers Bruk? Made in Sweden. All right, man. It's a beautiful axe. Dude, I usually do too, Chad. Like, I use a block of wood for the wedge. But with poplar, dude, you're gonna end up taking the block of wood off and hammering it home. Usually, I do a block of wood too. Like, a block of wood is just a barrier in between the hammer and the, go chop something, bro? Don't even, look. You see this? But no, can you tighten it more with the vise or just make sure? Can you tighten it more with the vise just to make sure? I don't know. I probably can. All right. This is a piece of, what is this? Cedar. So I actually can chop something. Let's see. Ah! Okay, how far can you see out? Okay, you can see out to there. So, and there goes the bit. No, just a knot. But it will kill. No, but seriously, it probably will kill. Dude, I'm in Tennessee, so I'm like northeast Tennessee, Virginia side. So, all right, now that this is done, we'll take a seat and talk about it. All right, so I'm northeast Tennessee, Virginia, so I'm like right there in the Tri-Cities. You need to go, like, I've been doing a project. If y'all aren't subscribed, y'all need to go. I've been doing an axe handle project, a tutorial on how to make your own axe handle for less than what you're paying anywhere else. No matter where you're getting your axe handles, this is going to be cheaper to make than the axe handles you're buying. And this has a laminated palm swell. So it ended up being like $6 for the wood. And this is white oak. So this is white oak, and then the purple heartwood ended up costing somewhere in the range of $12 for a big slab of it. It was like 2 pounds, 1.2 pounds. So it was enough to do this axe handle and another axe handle. And it has dead on grain. Like I paid very cheap for this 1x1, and then I knew I was going to laminate on palm swells, and that was how that was going to go. If you don't get a 1x, and let's say you order a big block 8x4 or 4x8 from Whiskey River, you either have to have a bandsaw or a lot of patience or a table saw, or be willing to chop away at it and try to make your own swells. Because this is an example of my Whiskey River job, and it's great. Like I don't have to laminate palm swells on it, but at the end of the day, I've still got to thin this out tremendously. So yeah, Russ, man, like everybody, I learn every day, no matter what. I've hafted probably over 100 axes, and I still learn every day. But subscribe to the channel, join our community, and we'll learn together. Like nobody here in this community is going to make fun of you for learning or asking questions. That's one thing that I'm really, a stickler on. If you're joking around, having fun, and we've got camaraderie, and we're messing with each other, whatever. That's another story. But when it comes down to making axe handles, right, like that one, like this one, Afton axes, like this giant 4-pounder, we're all in it together. So I love having new people. That's what this is. This channel was started for, was a community. Like this channel was initially Mountain Men Militia, and it was like a community of mountain men, of men just in general, that wanted to get closer and hone their skills, and that way, in case of an emergency, we would all have a special skill that we were capable at. Maybe Russ, dude, maybe you're awesome at comms. Maybe you end up being great at comms. Daniel's good at, chopping, whatever. There's so many different things that somebody can be an expert in, and that's what I wanted for the community. I wanted everybody to have their own niche, and us all to work together and share those niches together, and then be like one big learning cesspool. But yeah. Does anybody have any questions? Yeah, man, for sure. I'm glad that you're here. Like, subscribe. I'm still low. If I could get this thing over 500 before Christmas, that would be huge. I do have a Patreon. The link is in my bio on YouTube. So if you hit that up, you can get special content. I can say things there that I can't say here. If you guys join that Patreon list, thank you, Russ. That's awesome, dude. If you join that Patreon, man, there's going to be special content going on there, and that's something that I'm building still, though. So, hey, from Russia, Mother Russia. Listen, that's awesome. Reaching people from Russia, dude, that's great. Anybody have any questions before I get off here about axes, chopping, knives, edged weapons, tools, God, like manhood, anything at all? Because now's the time to ask, and I will answer honestly from my heart. If you have a question about me, about my credentials, I served in the Army for 6 years. Right now, I'm a program operator, CNC operator. I program 5-axis CNCs, and I operate doing granite countertops. We run big machines doing that. So, but if that's it, and I don't have any questions, I'm gonna get out of here, man. Enjoy some food, maybe some ice cream. I don't know. We'll see. Let's see if it shows up. Uh-oh. My phone, I'm watching the live, so it's lagging, but for example, let's see if it shows up. Yeah, it's lagging pretty bad. My phone, I'm watching the live, so it's lagging, but for example. All right, guys, no questions? Russ, dude, it's awesome meeting you, man. Hopefully you'll join in on the handle making series. This is I did a part 1 on it. There's going to be a part 2, and then we're going to show you how to fit the eye, and then once the eye's fitted, how to shape the rest of the handle. So that's all coming soon. Have a good rest of the weekend. Look forward to seeing more. Awesome, man. You too. See you guys. Whoa, some of you are still here. Let's check it out. All right, see you guys.